It truly has been a partnership revolution this year. Out of all the changes we've made this year, the most rewarding event in this session. There are times when tradition knows best, and then there are times when fresh, innovative programs spark an awakening, which is what happened this year. Through this dynamic change and diligent effort, we've motivated and inspired our parents, our alumni, our brotherhood to perpetuate the ideals of Theta Chi in everyday life. We did this through this new and innovative communication and involvement. There's a network of support around us that has been previously underutilized. We know that our walls of our chapter house are home to generations of alumni before us, and they're there to help us out, and they want to know what we do. These relationships are what important. Our alumni, the people who came before us, our parents, people who raised us, the faculty and staff, the people who give us our education and help us along the way. IHQ, the people responsible for our charter, the Greek community, our friends, our neighbors, the people who we share our experiences with. Every member of this group is an integral fiber in the fabric of what makes our chapter so successful as we have. We depend on that board. They look to us as sterling examples of the letters they hold near and dear in their hearts. For that reason, the Alpha Sigma Alumni Association meets 3 times a semester, either on the phone or at the chapter house. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. is our alumni board meeting at the chapter house. This past year, 2 of the 3 positions elected have been members who graduated within the last 2 years. James Brink and John Forty now serve on the alumni board. Let's look at the president, Dan Gluska, and vice president, John Harrison. They both have graduated within the last 4 years. Our alumni on this board ranged from the 60s to last year. Generations that really represent who we are as a chapter for 50 years. We also rely on donations to refurbish our house, funds increase, and also recruitment budget increase this year. Our members that graduate writing our letters feel connected to our chapter through an intense appreciation for their classmates and the generations that came before that. We want them up here as much as possible. It starts with Alumni Weekend, the most successful to date. 50+ alumni and families came and started with tailgates in the morning in the football game. And the class of '83 who showed up in full force brought back to the chapter room a plaque dedicated to a recently deceased brother, Kevin Courts. It was an incredibly somber moment, but it was inspiring to see these people still having the appreciation for their members to have this ceremony with them. It was unbelievable. The annual pig roast is still a great way for our young alumni to interact. It's having 3 years past, 15 or more of them showed up. So they were able to interact with our sophomores and juniors, people that they had not interacted with in our chapter house. So we're really bridging the gaps there in our generations. During the away game, we had the Lehigh Lafayette game played in the chat room for any alumni that wanted to come back. We were there to interact. And the end of the event was finally happening this year, April 24th, mark it down. It's a final celebration of what we're doing as a chapter this year and where we're looking to in the future. We're going to use this to recognize our women retirees for their service to the chapter, also to introduce a new executive board to the people that they're going to be interacting with the next coming year. We're also going to use this time to do the new member public ritual, something we haven't done since I was a freshman. We want people coming to this feel more incorporated into our chapter, and seeing some of the traditions we do on a first-hand basis. Alumni communication has been a staple of this year's administration. A little effort goes a long way. We do enough stuff in a year, in a week, that we can tell everyone about, and they want to know. So, the Red and White, our newsletter, is usually going to circulate twice a year. We have tripled that. 6 times a year we're sending out the Red and White. Articles with recruitment roundups, brotherhood on scholarship awards, parent dinner pictures, philanthropy updates. Anything we do is in the Red and White to tell everyone about. On the left is the old Red and White, and on the right is the new and improved edition. Other forms of communication are full. The semi-annual alumni newsletter, done independently of us, although we do give an undergraduate update. The alumni use it mostly for their voting proxies, for financial updates, fundraiser quotas, and requests. The website is also open to them. It allows us to log in and update their content even after they graduate, so we can see what kind of jobs are out there, how they can help us, and how we can help them. Also on the website are electronics, postings of the Red and White archive dating back 4 years ago, so people can see where the chapter has gone and what we're doing since then. For the first time, the accreditation report is posted on the website. Also, the presentation is going to be there too, for all our parents to see on YouTube. The end of the year letter was something I did at the end of last year. It was the end of a term, beginning of a new term. I wanted people to know what we're doing and what's coming in the future. So I sent a letter out to all the people who were involved to let them know what we were doing, and we had great response from that. There's more in the report, but other few I want to recognize are thanks for the updates to the chapter of the house and the status of the house. I appreciate extra time and effort expended to complete the little tasks. The house has come a long way in a short period of time. Keep up the good work. Thanks for your letter. I'm proud of the accomplishments of you and the active brothers. Keep it up. Okay. In the past few years, we've made lots of changes, but our parents have seen it be a demographic long forgotten. The goal this year was to extend the traditions and ideals of the brotherhood to exist in each and every one of our families across the nation. It started with Parents' Weekend, tailgates, Theta Chi style, with cotton candy machine, the grill, ridiculous outfits. We brought back all of our parents to our chapter house for tours so they could see where their sons live, who they live with, where they live. They can go to their son's room and see that they're not going to be afraid their son's going to fall out their loft in the middle of the night, kill himself in broken beer bottles, you know. Then afterwards, we have our parents come back for mocktails beforehand so they can meet the people they talk with all the time. They finally match faces to the names that they hear all these stories about. Then we have capped off the banquet dinner by our good Russ Phillips. Which brings me to the Parent Dinner Program, the newest addition this year, which has been met with an overwhelming success. What it means is that interested families are invited to spend Sunday at the chapter house and cook for us. Now, it sounds kind of needy, but it's been amazing. Brothers, can you raise your hands if you had a parent come cook for us this semester? And there's some missing. We've had 11 in total come cook for us on Sunday. Even our faculty advisor, Professor Keith Ray, and his wife came to cook for us earlier this semester. Our parents will also be coming to the end of the year banquet. Here's some pictures of our parent dinner program and the parents' weekend. What I love about the parent dinner program is that our parents can come to our house and see the entire brotherhood, all 50 of us, sit in long rows of tables on a Sunday night and eat dinner together. You know it's great when no one talks, they're eating, and you know it's awesome when everyone talks. It's been the most amazing addition we could ever ask. In the communication room, our parents also receive the red and white. They can see if their son won the Brother of the Month award and why. Their son's smiling face in the corner of the room. We also sent out a new member edition of the red and white, as you see down below. So our new member parents are immediately immersed in what we do as a chapter and why we're different. And they don't have to be worried about what their sons are getting themselves into. I sent a letter out to new members right when they signed a bid to alleviate some of their fears. It must be a scary phone call when they hear that their son signed a bid to a fraternity. And what we try to do is make it so that they're comfortable with their son's decision and they know they're going to be safe for the next 4 years. There's a copy of that in the report for the highlight one. There are experiences in life that honestly and undeniably shape one's character. As you may fondly remember, college is a haven for these life-changing events. It's a time when independence and self-discovery develop simultaneously. The men of Theta Chi are proud and privileged to bring your sons into our brotherhood. These parents also have access to